Welcome back, guys. Today we are back and watching TADC full series part 2. Today we are doing episodes 1 through 4. Now, video format, I don't know if I'm going to be continuing that rewatching series, the other one, in video format, so that will be decided if I really want to return to the fandom after TADC or not. That's the way it will be decided. If I'm too, tired and planning on giving up the fandom entirely, then sure, I might not return to the fandom. But if I do plan on returning to the fandom, then I am more than willing to make more rewatching videos. And guys, if you watched my last one, you would know that we had a chance to mourn Kane. And frankly, I'm gonna miss. Give me a minute, dipshits. Oh, that's not my mom. That's my mom. Okay. Sorry, guys. I thought my mom was calling. She's out of the house right now, so yeah.
Say hello to the night with Zen After Dark. Get special prices and double rewards points.
Rewind. We're doing. That's
I can't hold it any longer.
So,
sure you can. We can't die from oxygen deprivation.
No, we're starting from the Now I'm go. Let's do it.
I can't hold it any longer.
Sure you can.
Yeah, you can.
Die from oxygen deprivation.
He doesn't turn into anything. He wants to keep the mystery alive. I remember now. Okay. Stay in there, you Adam. There you go.
Because something different happens with each person. For instance, Kinger starts glowing, Ragatha's hair noodles stick up, Gangle's mask starts spinning, and Zubul turns straight.
My limbs straighten
gay?
off.
What about you?
Yeah, I might
He
turn
refuses to show
lesbian
us
after
because
this.
he's a coward.
I want to keep the mystery alive. What do you, the viewers, think it is?
The viewers think it is. I think he shapeshifts. I think I pointed this out in my rewatching video, but I don't know. I don't remember what I said. But I think he shapeshifts. Like, he can turn into different animals, but that's just me. Like, similar to how Zubul can turn straight. I think he could shapeshift into multiple animals.
Will you
It would
stop
make
doing
sense.
that?
Why is everybody
Well,
just
stop
standing
doing that.
around when there's adventure to be had?
Adventure to be had.
Today's
I
adventure
love
is
this dude.
a mystery of Mildenhall Manor. That's right. This big spooky mansion has been rumored to be filled to the brim with paranormal activity. It's up to you to solve the house's deep mysteries and capture all the ghoulish ghost activity you can.
Indeed, you
For
can.
the first time ever,
For the first
you
time ever.
can.
You can. I love saying these huge line.
Where's Zubul? I made
Where's
this adventure
Tatum?
really cool and mature,
Cool,
just for them.
mature, just for her. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm emphasizing the point that I would have done the same thing as Zubul. I would have left. You know what I'm saying? I don't do horror. I don't do, like, horror, like, at all. The most horror I actually do is, like, I have no mouth and I must scream is Poppy Playtime. I have no mouth and I must scream is, like, the very most, like, is, like, at most, my highest tolerance for horror. And which is saying something, considering I think I would have screamed, but that's just me. Pun totally unintended. Seriously, that was kind of unintended. Anyway. I believe he said, I can't wait for all the children in the audience to get nightmares by the monster. Yeah, I think that's what he said.
What?
What? Yeah.
The NPCs aren't going to become self-aware in this one, right?
Yeah, please don't become self-aware. She already has trauma until this very day.
How should I know? I'm not the boss.
That.
Oh wait, yes I am.
Lying through his teeth, face.
Anyway, everybody into the fractal noise. It's
adventuring time. And remember, watch your language. Tomato sauce joke. I hate you so much. Kane eventually said, remember, watch your language. And Zubul says, instead of Jack, Zubul said, I hate you so much. Tomato sauce joke. That was there's gonna be a lot of tomato sauce mentioned in this video.
Oh, this place is spooky. I wonder how hard Kane's gonna go with the scare factor.
I hope this adventure doesn't end up being another horrible nightmare. I'm not really a fan of horror, and I don't really handle jump scares that well.
5 nights screwed. Yeah, that's another tomato sauce reference. There's gonna be a lots of them in this video, so in the series. So, haha, yay. Oh my god, I paused at the wrong frame. Look at that. That's so... Like, bro, look at his teeth. I want that as a pin. Can we get that as, like, a pin?
What?
I want that as a freaking
vacuum
pin.
cleaner, too?
Can we get that as a pin? I want to get that as, like, a pin.
Nice to her. She's had a rough couple...
If you mean a couple of days, meaning a year, by the time this comes out, at the time this came out, then sure. Listen, I know this series takes place in 2017, but in this world... We go by real life time, which is in 2026 at 7:02 p.m. on 12/14th on Tuesday, April 14th. So we're going by this timeline. We're going by the real world timeline. Okay? We don't do a show timeline on this channel. We don't do it unless it's absolutely necessary to understand the context, but I don't think we do.
days.
And everyone else.
Everyone else. Well, at least you have experience with those days. She doesn't. Be a little more empathetic, Jax. Jesus.
Right. Angle.
Be a little more empathetic.
Does anybody hear that?
Bipolar at its finest. No, I'm kidding. I don't mean to joke about that, but seriously, I really do think Gangle has bipolar disorder. I mean, that's just me, obviously, but I think she really does. Like switching from happy to sad, even with her comedy mask on. Which episode 8 further proves this with, episode 8 further proves this with her torture, rather, her little nightmare. There's many evidence to back this up, and there is a lot of evidence to back this up, excuse me. There is lots of evidence to back this up, actually. There is lots of evidence to back that up, actually. Bro, that's so cartoonish. And don't even go back in. Like, she got scared so much that they didn't even go back in. That looks disgusting, but at the same time, is this a regular occurrence? Why is nothing being done about it? No one doesn't even help her besides, Kinger. Kinger's a good dad. Love Kinger. We love Kinger. But we all love Kinger. But still, no one even tried to help her. Not even Ragatha. Not even Ragatha tried to help her. Jesus. This proves that, it's a regular occurrence, so you have to do it by yourself. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I know Zubul at least had to have one experience with their one mismatched eye, their yellow eye. Big eye. Come on, that looks like that would fall out of its socket. That would look like it would fall out of their socket. But still, Come on, you can't argue with that. It basically is just asking you to fall out of its socket.
And I'll be your guide today!
Why won't
Why won't they go back in? Good question.
they go back in?
I remember my first wild take.
He remembers his first wild take. Yeah, this is a regular occurrence. I mean, episode 8 just further kind of saddens that moment, but still, he clearly remembers it even though they're in the light. There's literally lights in the room. So meaning, this has to be a regular occurrence. There's no way it's not. This has to be a regular occurrence. There's no way it's not.
I don't know why they're not retracting, though. That didn't happen.
Yeah, usually when I like how Glitch did their own take on the many things trends use when they're scared, the eyes pop out of their sockets. But they usually go back in. Glitch, they took the creative route. I love how they just didn't go back in because realistically that's what would have happened. Because realistically that's probably would have happened. I love how Glitch did a creative route on something very common in shows.
Happened for me.
Really cool.
Before you continue
That didn't happen for him, yeah.
your
it's kind of cool.
adventure,
I mean, it has to happen at least once, right? He's the oldest one there. Well, the others are also kind of old. And yes, we know their names, okay? We know, but we get there when we get there. We get there when we get there. Which will not be until maybe a lot.
you have to choose which door you're gonna go through.
If we do this every day, then most likely we'll be able to get through it before the end of the week. But there's no guarantee of that, so yeah. I have SBAC tomorrow, so I have SBAC next week, so haha. Yeah, lucky me. Yay, lucky me. So for the non-Americans or for the districts school districts that don't take the SBAC, it's basically just this little test where it proved that the students are learning and the teachers are doing their job and teaching us. So for non-Americans or the districts that don't take the test, or take the SBAC test, that's what it is. So consider yourself lucky you don't have to take that bullshit. Consider yourself lucky you don't have to take that bullshit. But
The door on the left is the normal door.
Rated wow for
Wow, for all
The
ages.
door on the right is the really scary door.
Rated
Listen, if there's one thing you gotta know about me, I'm scared of many things. I am scared of many things. Hell being one of them. Unless if we're talking about Hazbin Hotel, then okay, it looks like a very normal society to be in. If we're talking about Hazbin Hotel's version of hell, then okay, I can make that manageable. But the hell that's shown in this episode, yeah, no, you might as well just kill me right there. You might as well just kill me. I might as well just abstract right there and might as well call me Queenie. You might as well call me Queenie, though I'll be
for
abstracting.
mature Zoobles only.
It's up to
And
you
not
to
hell.
decide.
Oh, Luigi's Mansion reference. Luigi's Mansion reference. That always brings a big smile on my face. Not gonna lie, that always brings a big smile onto my face. That always brings a big smile on my
What?
face.
I thought we were supposed to capture all...
Well, Jax would love Luigi's Mansion. I have a feeling that Jax would actually love Luigi's Mansion 1, 2, and 3. If you minus the fact that it's a kid's game on the Nintendo Switch. Well, 3 is for Nintendo Switch. Listen, I wasn't born yet when Luigi's 1 and 2 yet came out. Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2 came out. I believe it was 2017 when Luigi's Mansion came out, so I was very young back then. So yeah.
the ghosts?
Which door should we choose?
Good question, Jax. Do not throw her a mask. I'm kidding. I already know what happens, but it's still not easy to watch. Okay? It just pains me. Stop gangle abuse. I want to change in this live chat or the comic section. Stop gangle abuse. Hashtag stop gangle abuse. We're making that. Spread that hashtag all around, okay? I want people to see that.
Not sure. Let's try this out.
Trend. I'm gonna start. Stop Gangle abuse! Hashtag stop Gangle abuse.
Don't worry, Gangle, I'll get it for
Stop
you!
Gangle abuse. Logic, love it or hate it. We don't get logic in this show, though, so logic is completely out the window. Haha. We're using logic for only, like, the stupidest of things in these live streams. That's about it. That's about it. Which, and those stupid things about to come up in a minute, so we're doing that.
That's the scary doll.
Yeah, no shit. You guys should have been listening! No shit. You guys should have been fucking listening like responsible adults. These guys are over 18, by the way. Over 18. Like, fully functional adults, and yet they've been in a circus for God knows how long, and everyone besides Pommy and Zooble have already succumbed to the chaos of the circus and acting with it. Where did maturity go? We need enough of it. We don't have enough of it nowadays. We don't have enough of it nowadays. We don't have enough of it nowadays.
Zooble, come on out! Come on out!
And Kane especially. Okay, maybe he gets an excuse since he's an AI. And maybe he was programmed just to act like that. So yeah, okay, I'm not gonna mention Kane's childish because he was just programmed to be like that. I guess he was just programmed to be like that, I guess.
Just want to talk to you.
Zooble's literally me. Oh my god, I relate to Zooble on such personal levels when it comes to their attitude. And just moody, blunt attitude. I love it, man. I don't have body dysmorphia. Keep in mind, I don't have body dysmorphia. So I don't relate to them on that part, but I do relate to them when it comes to their personality. If I was in the circus, I would be running with Zooble on every adventure. I don't need that shit. Hell no. Listen, humans are social creatures, and we need interaction. So, who's really keeping the mind stimulated? The human interactions we have? Or the adventures? I feel like it's a mix of both, because remember, the adventures give their mind something to do, so we need something to do to keep our minds stimulated and not bored and healthy. But on the other hand, humans are social creatures. We need human interaction to survive, unless we'll go insane. So I feel like it's a mix of both. A mix of human interaction and the adventures are keeping their minds stimulated.
Oh, I know.
What the? Could you have done?
Yeah, just Jesus.
Not the whole
Why
time.
Why didn't you do that sooner,
Zooble,
Kane?
I just
agree.
want to get to the bottom of why you keep skipping all...
Yeah, I don't like being touched unexpectedly, too. Like, you touch me in a place that feels uncomfortable, I'm going to politely nudge your hand to silently telling you to get away from me. I don't like being touched. Like, at all. I don't like being touched, especially unexpectedly. I don't really like being touched unless it's absolutely necessary. And I like my personal space, okay? So this would probably be a smack in the face for Kane if I was Zooble. I like my personal
amazing
space.
adventures! You could end up really hurting.
Yeah, they kind of backed away. I saw that. I'm a very observant person. I saw that, okay? I very much saw that. Like I said in my last live stream during the pilot, when it comes to the expressions, you have to pay attention to the characters that don't have mouths or even pupils. So, when it comes to Zooble and Kinger especially, you have to pay attention to their expressions, unless you won't know what they are feeling. You have to pay attention to their movements, expressions, unless you won't know what they're feeling. So, yeah, I'm going to be very observant when it comes to Kinger and Zooble. I'm going to be very observant.
Bubbles feel?
Yeah. You can very much tell they're
Enough
not
about
going
Bubbles'
to do
feelings.
this.
How about your feelings?
That's a face of someone that's uncomfortable and shocked. That's a face of someone that's uncomfortable. Hell.
So, what's on your mind, Zooble?
I would rather.
Yeah, they're trying to act unbothered, but yeah, judging by their facial expression, they're not doing a very good job. They ain't doing a very good job at it.
That's hilarious!
Yeah, no, Kane, yeah, no, hell no. You're making them uncomfortable for crying out loud. Just let them do their own thing. Jesus Christ. Do their own thing. Jesus Christ.
No, I mean, I've already told you what my problem is.
Context clues. Now, keep in mind, I don't think it's my place to keep in mind two things. One, I don't personally experience body dysmorphia. And two, I'm not sure if it's my place to get into that, considering I haven't done that intense research about it. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to say about anything this whole therapy scene, especially when it comes to Zubal's struggles. Because I don't personally experience them, and I haven't done that intense research. So I'm not really the best person to take advice from when it comes to that type of stuff. I'm not really that type of person. I'm not really the person you would take advice from. And I'm willing to admit that, yes, my advice does suck, especially when it comes to these types of problems. It does, in fact, suck.
Never.
And if you don't know what to say, that's more than okay.
Remember, because
sometimes all that a person needs is just knowing they're not alone. There are many of you that I'm sure are like Zubal, and just know, if you're one of those people watching, you're not alone. You're never alone. There are people that are there to support you and help you. And
my mind is
a
beeswax polished coconut. Nothing.
That's what their minds look like? No wonder they're all jumbled up, because I don't know. Their mind looks like a jumbled coconut. Or a beeswax coconut, he calls it. But we're calling it a jumble. Like, that looks like a smooth brain. Like someone who has no brain cell. No, I'm kidding. But you get my point, right? It looks like a smooth brain. Like a meat packet. With the smooth things. I don't know what to call. I don't know. Like a chicken breast. Oh, a chicken breast. That's right, a chicken breast. I think that's what they call the chicken breasts. You know what?
These cakes. So what can I do to make my adventures more appealing to you?
See? This is exactly what I'm talking about. All you're thinking about is your
Zubal has a good point. This is psychological torment. This is actually real psychological torment for all of them, including Gangle and, well, Pomni and Zubal. Especially for Pomni and Gangle. I think the three, Jax just plays along. Ragatha always comes out okay, but she usually maps, so I would look a little more into that, but Zubal, Gangle, and Pomni, especially during the earlier episodes, are shown to be tormented the most by Kane's adventures.
Adventures? It has nothing to do with the adventures.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it, Kane. Like, nothing at all.
It's more just... forget it. You're probably not.
Yeah, he ain't listening, at all.
Zubal, look at this cool bee I drew.
Ew, a bee. I hate bees. I have trauma with one. Okay, don't laugh. What I'm going to tell you is kind of funny, but I promise you it's not a joke. This is actually a true story. I can assure you it's not a joke. This is actually a very true story. I think I was 8, maybe 9. I think I was, at most 5 years old. Yeah, 5 years old. My memory's kind of fuzzy, but considering I don't really remember my early childhood. I don't know if that's gonna do with something or not, but besides the point, if I had to make an estimate, probably 5 to 9 years old, but again, it can be somewhere in between, but that's my estimate. At 9 years old, me and my family were eating at a park. Me, my mom, my sister, and me being the youngest, were eating at a park. And me, being the dumbass and non-observant kid that I was at the time, to go down the slide, not noticing or even knowing that a bee was right there on the end of the slide. So I slide down, And the bee stung me in my ass. God, oh my god. Stung me in my ass. It sounds funny, but I can guarantee you it's not. It was painful. Like, it was really painful. It sounds like I'm just joking, but trust me, it's not. That was an actual true story. I think that's why I fear bees now, like, because of that. I think that's why I'm more mature when it comes to bugs now. I think that's why I fear bugs now. I fear literally anything bug-like except for flies. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not afraid of flies. I'm just not afraid of them. It's like Kinger when it comes to his bugs. Except I fear all bugs except for flies, even though they literally die in a day. They literally die in a day. They literally die in a day. I don't know, I just like flies. They don't bite, they surely don't sting. So I just, even though they literally only live for a fucking day, okay? You don't know that, because yeah, they live for a day. They only live for literally 24 hours and then they die. So yeah. I love flies. And I want to see my bug friends again. I like flies. I love them, actually.
Where are we?
Good question, Pomni. In hell. I mean, you're kind of already in hell just by being in the circus, but now you're in triple hell. Now you're in double hell. You're welcome. Trust me, we'll get to the triple hell in a minute. We'll get to the triple hell down the line.
Oh, that's... No.
Yeah, that's the face of a girl who's ready to give up life. Like, she's checking out. And honestly, I don't blame her. Okay, but seriously, we have to talk about the logic of her eyes coming back in the sockets, because I know damn well she didn't have help. She didn't put those eyes back in herself, considering she was very unexperienced at the time. So did Kinger help her? How the fuck would that work? I want answers here. How the fuck would that work? How the actual fuck would that work? Like, they're falling into the hell of abyss. Picture this, they're falling into the hell of abyss, and Kinger's helping her reattach her eyes? Wouldn't they just fall back after? That's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't they just fall back out after they get in this room? I'm starting to question the logic of the eyes on the characters. The logic of the eyes on the characters. Especially the eyes that can actually get out of their sockets. Pomni, don't run into your dad, okay? That's disrespectful.
I wonder what...
That's disrespectful.
This thing is...
Be nice to your parents, kids. Be nice to your parents, kids. Don't give your parents shit. Trust me. I did that. I do that many times. Still kind of do. I regret it every single time.
My name is Baron Theodore Mildenhall. Hunting has been a hobby of mine for as long as...
Hunting. I mean, I think in my last rewatching video, in the video format, not the live format, I mentioned the catnap theory, which I still believe Theo Mildenhall, like Fedor, the first name that comes to mind, the first franchise that comes to mind when they say Fedor is, well, Theodore Graham. So, do you think Catnap is alive and just went into another universe and hid his identity? I don't know, I still believe that theory, because my delusional ass, but still, my delusional ass.
Although one could say it eventually became more of an obsession.
Obsession with going into files, because your master told you to? No. Okay, for those who don't know, Theodore Graham Bell eventually turned into Experiment 1188, Catnap, was following the prototype, and in the game, Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, he still does. He still did. So, I went past that he had an obsession with, well, thanks to the prototype. He built this obsession with going into, with staff-only areas and going into files, thanks to the prototype. But what if he made his way to another show, like he died and he was reborn as Theodore Mildenhall, and he was reborn as Theodore Mildenhall, with Theodore Mildenhall. He was reborn as Theodore Mildenhall, with Theo Mildenhall. Theodore Graham-Bell. Theodore Mildenhall. And he had a new obsession. He built a new hobby / obsession. Obsession. Capturing the beast. Which ended up getting him killed. As we see, which ended up getting him killed. He shot his wife, as we all know. Which can be a metaphor for Dog Day, of Dog Day being tortured in the game. Remember, we see Dog Day chained up to a wall, his lower half literally gone. So, I really wouldn't put it past anyone to believe that. I really put it past that Martha, or Martha Graham-Bell, Martha Mildenhall, was actually a metaphor to Dog Day, or a parallel to Dog Day, in this theatrical sense, in the metaphor sense. So, the difference between Dog Day and Martha is, Dog Day was tortured by catnap, while Martha straight up died thanks to Theodore Theodore Mildenhall. So, there's obviously contracts, but there are also really parallels, like terrifying parallels between the two people. The terrifying parallels.
The creature you see before you is one I've been pursuing for years. Not quite a man.
Trying to find a way back.
We love you.
The other side.
I doubt just one shot would kill that fucking beast. Would kill that head, that would kill that monstrosity. I doubt just one shot would kill that monstrosity. We see on the wall that monstrosity.
I took my eyes off the body for what felt like only a minute.
Felt. Keyword, felt. You felt it, but you don't know it. Felt, think, know. Felt, think, and know are three different things. Okay, they don't always equal the same thing, and that's especially right here now. The key word here is felt. Felt with quotation marks, okay? The key word here is felt, not know. Listen, he felt it, but he didn't know it. Felt and know are two different things. Two different words with two different meanings.
When I looked back, the body was gone. The creature was not dead, and it would be back to reclaim what I'd taken from.
Yeah. Wait, the thing has a gender? The thing has a gender? I'm calling it it. I'm calling the thing it or them. I don't know. I'm calling the thing it. I don't humanize monsters. I don't humanize fucking monsters. I'm calling it it. I'm calling the monster it from now on. I'm not humanizing that monster. I ain't humanizing it. Hell no. I'm not humanizing it with a gender. Hell no.
From it. If anyone is listening to this, all I ask of you is one thing.
Man, he said it, not him. I really need to learn how to pay attention. Okay.
Do not.
I really need to know how to pay attention.
Don't let the head out of your sight. You have been warned.
Wow. This is some rather inconvenient lore placement.
Inconvenient lore placement my ass? We inconvenient or not, we need lore. Inconvenient or not. I want lore, and we got a bunch of it during this episode. Especially about Zubul and Kinger and the Mildenhall, etc. And maybe even Kay as well. But
and this is some rather inconvenient.
No, it's not. I officially lost what the meaning inconvenient is in this show. Like, what's inconvenient and what's not in this circus. Like, last time I checked, they're in a spooky ass dimension with typical horror stories. So I see this as convenient. Believe it or not, I expected this. I expected the elevator, one door or elevator to be locked. That actually lets you progress into the adventure. And I especially expected this. Listen, I've watched enough horror movies to know what I expect and don't expect in a horror story.
Darkness.
I've watched enough horror shows. I watch enough horror movies.
What was that? Was that you?
No. Oh, wait. You mean me grabbing you?
From the cartoon eyes. Man, love it or hate it. I love it. I wish they do this more in the future with the cartoon eyes.
Right now?
Yeah,
that was me. Is this your hand?
That's my eye.
Yeah, that's her eye, dude. That's her eye, dude.
Yes, but which eye?
I mean, left or right, take your pick. Left or right, take your pick.
I really don't think that Will you stop touching my...
I think that's the left side. I don't know. I think I might be dyslexic. I think I might be dyslexic because, well, I don't know my left and right. I don't know my left and right, but I think that's just a personal struggle of mine. It could be dyslexia. It could not be. I don't know. I can read perfectly fine. I can read, but sometimes I do need. And if I do, then I might need to get that diagnosed. Actually, not gonna lie, but to know if I do have dyslexia or not. But you know, it could be, could not be, but I don't know. I'm just pulling out the possibility. It could not. It could be completely. It could be completely false. It could be completely not true. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying the possibility.
Yeah, sorry.
What happened?
I just remembered a really funny joke.
Why did you scream then?
Why did you scream then? God. Oh my God, we love these two. We love these two, don't we? We love this dude. We love these two, don't we? We love these two, don't we? We love them.
Maybe it wasn't actually that funny.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Understandable. Oh my God. Yeah, understandable.
I think We should hold on to each other and slowly make our way back into the trophy room.
Sounds fine to me.
Oh, I just noticed. This is like 24 minutes. Like a minute less than the last one. Or the last two we did last live stream. Why the fuck is it only 1 minute? Why the fuck? Why? Just why? Like, we could have used that 1 minute to check, to tell, we could have had a moment with a strategy or something. Why the fuck did they do that? We could have used that 1 minute looking at the missed content! We could have used that 1 minute! Okay, I'm sorry. I need to get that out of my system. I just needed to get that out of my system.
What was that?
Poor Pomni.
What's what? That? It's probably just magnets. Or a boat.
A boat? I mean, given the absurdity of this circus, I wouldn't put it past Kinger to be a boat. I wouldn't put it past Kinger for the North to be a boat. I mean, Kane loves to. This is clearly insane and absurd, so I wouldn't really be surprised if there was a boat, a completely illogical boat with a sea outside this Milden Hall manor or mansion. Okay, is this like a show of Luigi's Mansion? Is this gonna be me just doing Luigi's Mansion? I'm gonna be for real. I never actually played the game, I just watched gameplays of it, because that's what I usually do. But, you know, I love those gameplays, and I might do a reaction to one. I don't know, let me know if you guys want to see that. I might do a reaction to one of the gameplays. I think that could be entertaining. But let me know if you guys want me to see that. If you guys want to see that.
A boat?
Whatever the case, I think we should be completely quiet.
At the time, you would probably, now in the later episodes, you're probably like, why is Ronnie thinking about that? But remember, until maybe at most episode 5, a little bit during episode 4, but at most episode 5, she was completely inexperienced with the circus and don't know what to expect from it. It's like going back in time. We're seeing through Pomni's perspective at this time of place. At that time of place. So, just know we won't get to Pomni's perspective later until we get to those perspective episodes. I am not going through Pomni's perspective now until we get to those episodes. So as of right now, we know Pomni as this insecure, anxious jester that's inexperienced with the circus until the later episodes. That's the trend that I'm going with. Don't like it? You can leave You can leave this live stream now. You can leave this live stream.
Okay, yeah.
You are more than welcome to leave if you don't like my logic. You are more than welcome to leave.
You know, you're really hit and miss with these things.
I mean, he really is. Not gonna lie. That's why we love him. That's why we love him.
Sometimes.
That's why the fandom loves him. Like, this is why I love him. He's like completely lucid. Remember, he's in the dark. He's like completely lucid. I just realized he's in the dark. Like, it's pitch black. He's completely lucid. Sorta. He's like completely kinda lucid. Like, they're in the pitch black dark. The pitch black dark. With no light whatsoever. So, with no light whatsoever. So, yeah, he's kind of completely lucid.
Wait.
There's a fly in here.
Don't kill it! Ask it to be your friend! Don't kill the fly. Let me adopt it, please. Don't kill it. Let me adopt it, please.
Don't you think that's making a lot of noise? Oh god, there is a fly.
And gotcha! I think I got him.
No!
I can't see my
Goodbye,
hands.
Fly. You were good enough for this fly.
I'm sorry. Could you speak up? I couldn't quite make...
What the fuck? Okay, I know Kinger is like the newest, the oldest one in the circus. But what the fuck, Kinger? Like, even I wouldn't even react like that. What the actual fuck? Seriously. Why would you react to that with the giant fucking head thing? Even I wouldn't react like that.
Make that out.
Hey, I would be reacting like Pomni. I would be reacting like Pomni. I'll be like, fuck the head, fuck the fly, run! Run and fuck the fly, run! You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't feel like dying in this mansion. I value my life, thank you. I value my life. One day you'll wake up and you realize, oh, I actually value my life. I actually value my life. I actually value my life. Well, it's like skydiving. When you're 15, for example, if you're 15, you're scared like skydiving, and you're dreaming about skydiving. When you're an adult and you don't, and if you don't do it when you're an adult, one day you wake up and are like, you know what? Maybe skydiving isn't that fun. I actually value my life. Listen, I am not. Listen, I am in perfect health. I have a perfect life, and I'm especially valuing my life, okay? One day you're gonna wake up and say, oh, I actually value my life. You're going to wake up and say, oh, I actually value my life.
Tommy, I think this might be the creature from the...
No shit, Dad. I mean, Kinger. No shit, Dad. I mean, Kinger.
Hey.
No shit, Sherlock. No shit. Yeah, Pomni sharing that same sentiment. She's like, no shit, Kinger. No shit, Kinger. No shit. Like, you could have made that any more obvious.
You look beautiful, honey.
Oh my god, oh my god. Just, for real, that's just so sad. Like, that's actually really sad. Okay, but seriously, we need to have a moment to talk about that moment. Like, Kinger actually thought his wife was in there. God, that feel so bad for him. Listen, I've lost people in my life, but losing someone close to you, like a family member or your husband or wife, is even worse. It's even worse than normal. So I really sympathize with Kinger and Jax, and a lot of people in the circus when they lost people. Jax lost Ribbit, and Kinger lost, well, his wife. And Pomni lost Gummy Goo. I sympathize a lot with these three characters, especially when it comes to the loss of characters. But just know life goes on. You have to put the past behind you some way or another. It's a reminder that the life doesn't wait for you. It's rather you put the past behind or you get left behind. That's the cruel world we live in. But sadly, I wish there was another way, but sadly, that's just the harsh world we live in. But just know there will be people to help you to leave that behind. Sometimes you have to leave it behind. There's no other choice. You still remember them, sure, but you can't let that fear of loss control you in everything you do. And there will be people there for you. There will be people there for you to help you leave that behind. Leave that fear of loss and shackle of a chain of loss behind. There will be someone there to help you break that chain. There will be someone there to help you break that chain. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. There will always be someone there. There will. Got it!
Huh? Oh, yeah!
Man, I'm thinking about this
takeoff, because this boat is going up!
Even though it's
huh? That's not up. That's not up at all! Why are we going up? Ah!
They're going down like any typical horror movie. They're going down like any typical horror movie. Because let's be real, in a horror movie, when it comes to lights, locked doors, or even going, when you unlock the door, or an elevator, when you're in an elevator, don't expect them to be going up. Instead, expect to be going down. Don't expect the unexpected. Number one in a horror movie, expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected.
I do not use my...
We're back to the typical father-daughter fight. Or in my case, the typical me and my sister fight. The typical me and my sister fight. Listen, my sister ain't a war criminal, okay? She really isn't. Okay, but seriously, she isn't. Why would a 16-year-old be a war criminal? Why would a 16-year-old be a war criminal? This is a joke and not meant to be taken seriously. Just know, when I talk about war criminal, it's going to be a joke and not meant to be taken seriously. It's not meant to be taken seriously. Like, at all. It's not to be taken seriously, like,
to
at all.
torture my guests! Any torment I inflict is 100%.
Bullshit! Take a look at episode 8, bullshitter. Again, I'll have to call bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling cap and bullshit.
Like any good war criminal.
Okay, I don't use cap. What the fuck? I don't do good with modern ass slang. Okay, I usually use bullshit or false. Like, speak like a normal, decent human being. Jesus Christ, modern Gen Z. Speak like an actual human being, kids. Okay, don't do Gen Z. There are literal 5-year-olds who aren't supposed to be on the internet in the first place. Go back to YouTube Kids. And for the 5-year-olds, go back to YouTube Kids. And you're violating. And for the 5-year-olds watching, congratulations, you're violating YouTube's terms of service. Go back to YouTube Kids. This channel ain't for you. Go back to YouTube Kids. This channel ain't for you.
We weren't even talking about that! I really couldn't give less of a crap about the adventures.
Then what is your problem, Zooble? I'm trying my best to remember, but you and my brain won't...
It's rather that, or your brain has a fucking tumor in it, or you have Down syndrome. Take your pick. Or you have fucking Down syndrome. Take your pick. Okay, but seriously, I did not mean for the joke to go that far. Don't joke about that, guys. Okay, don't joke about that. Okay, but seriously, he came out of a tumor in his head because, seriously, if his brain doesn't tell him, he might have something very wrong with his brain. Something wrong with his brain. Like, oh my gosh, seriously. There might be a tumor in that big fat denture of his head. Wait, where is his head? He's a big pair of teeth. That's a big pair of teeth. He's basically my mom's dentures. She's basically my mom's dentures. She's practically my mom's dentures. He's a big pair of teeth. He's literally a big pair of teeth. A big ass pair of teeth. What the actual fuck? Like, where would the brain on any of these characters be? I want answers to this logic. We like to call it the Amazing Digital Circus. Like, where would the brain be on any of these characters?
It's me, remember? I don't like myself. I hate this body. I hate all these stupid removable pieces. I just want to find something that feels good.
Oh, yeah, now I remember why I couldn't remember. It's because that problem.
Okay. I want to do real talk, though. Seriously. I want to do real talk. Okay? I'm going to be very quiet for this. Okay, I have a theory. It's going to be dark, but it has the possibility of being true. Remember this therapy session? Remember that post I was talking about when he was manipulating Zooble? Cam was manipulating Zooble? Well, I wanted to get into that in detail. So, my theory is Zooble, for once, was being vulnerable and telling their struggles. And the truth is, Kane didn't forget. And I'm I'm gonna skip this part. I was gonna say this is a very real trick therapists use, but I just don't know. But Zuba was being vulnerable for once, and they let their guard down, thinking it would get them accepted. And Kane said he forgot because he forgot because he said that problem was already solved. But the truth is, it was engraved in his brain since the very start. Ever since Zubul joined, it was engraved in his brain. And in episode 8, because Zubul let their guard down in the therapy session, they were used to become the worst hell they would ever experience. They were manipulated by Kane. I mean, all of them were. But Zubul specifically, because they were talking to Kane directly. They were manipulated by Kane. They were manipulated. And given the possibility, they were manipulated by Kane. And honestly, this has the possibility of being false, but a very rare possibility of doing so. I want this to be false. I really do. I want this to be false. But given the context behind the nightmare, Zubul's nightmare, I don't think it is. Zubul was manipulated into telling him their worst insecurity, just so he can use it against them later. I'm sorry, Zubul. I really am. You didn't deserve that.
Problem is already solved! Simply swap out your undesirable Zubul parts for better ones!
I've been trying to find parts I like since the day I got here.
So, back to the adventures!
Oh, Zubul. Again. I don't think I need to explain why the context.
Forget it.
And look at that. They put back up those walls of tough facade and just not caring. And after this, after they realized that they probably got manipulated by Kane in this therapy session, they'll probably stop trusting people altogether. They'll probably stop trusting people, maybe except for Gangle, altogether. But it'll only be a matter of time until they realize that they were being manipulated and used for only... Zubul let their guard down thinking that he would accept them. But in reality, they were just another big pawn, and they were another pawn in a much bigger game. They were just another pawn in a much bigger game. After all, vulnerability is a curse and a gift. It can be used as a curse and can be used as a gift. They were just another pawn in a much bigger game.
Forget it.
Just forget it.
Which gave Zubul a false sense of kindness, a false sense of direction, a friendship, a companionship based on lies. With a companionship with the Ringmaster based on lies, on manipulation. Which led Zubul to become the way they are in the first place. Again, when it comes to their relationship, this is just me theorizing. I like to think that Kane did this multiple times before, and Zubul just doesn't realize it. But that's the power of but that's the point, isn't it? Sometimes you don't realize manipulation is happening, even if it's right in front of you. You don't realize manipulation is happening, especially if it's right in front of you. So the others around you and yourself gets hurt while doing it. While being unaware that you or someone else is being manipulated and used. Just like the others. They were unaware that they were being used and manipulated, and in doing so, they realized too late and they broke. By the time they realized, it was already too late. he used their insecurities against them. What Kane is doing is psychological manipulation. Or maybe even psychological torture. I don't know, but at this point, I wouldn't put it past Zubul to put up those walls again and back to where they were since the start of the pilot. I wouldn't put it past them. Because frankly, I would be doing the same thing. If I knew my vulnerability was going to get me manipulated, I wouldn't blame Zubul for crawling back into that mask of indifference and not caring. I especially wouldn't blame the others for going back into their old ways either. I especially wouldn't blame the others either. I wouldn't blame Jax for becoming a jerk again. I wouldn't blame Gangle for putting up her comedy mask again. And I especially wouldn't blame Pomni. And I especially wouldn't blame anyone, really. Because, hell, I would be doing the same thing. I just needed to get that out there. It's just sad to see that their caretaker, their ringmaster, or supposed caretaker, was manipulating them and using them. And they didn't even realize it. And neither did I. And to be honest, neither did I. Give me a minute, guys. Again, another fake phone number. Another spam phone number. Another spam phone number. Okay. Okay, let's
Forget
continue.
what?
Kane, nobody likes your
Okay, funny Tatum. Come on, funny Tatum. Funny Tatum. Blunt and dark Tatum. Zubul. Funny Tatum. Dark humor Tatum. Okay. Zubul, you should know. You should have known that every time you said forget it, Kane would take that, literally. This is on you, Zubul. That's on you.
Big Blueberry Blowout. One Max Force Power Pack.
Hell, I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that. I
Forget
seriously
what?
did not mean to
Kane,
do that. Okay.
nobody likes your stupid adventures.
No one likes his adventures. To say that would be such an understatement. To say that would be such an understatement. To do that would be such an understatement. To say that would be such an understatement.
Ragatha's just too nice to say anything. Jax just likes to fuck with everybody.
Fuck with everybody. I mean, me and Zubul share the same sentiment, not gonna lie.
Gangle's too shy to speak up.
Gangle, man. We love Zubul and Gangle. This is before App Strategy was very popular at the time. This is before they soften a little bit when they talk about Gangle. I can see that. Their voice softens a little than it usually is, and frankly, I like that. I really do. Gangle's too shy to speak up. Oh, Zubul, you don't even know half of it. But, frankly, I think Gangle found the one she loves, and frankly, you got some bondage, if you know what I mean.
Kinger's insane.
Kinger's insane? Oh yeah, Zubul. You'll regret that. You'll regret that. Oh, Zubul. You'll regret that. Insane? Oh, Zubul. You'll regret that. Very soon. You'll regret that. Saying that. Very soon.
And Pomni, she looks traumatized every time she comes back from one.
Again, Zubul softens. Because all of them at one point have been in Pomni's shoes. They have been the new kid. All of them at one point in their lives have been the new kid who have been traumatized until they got used to the adventures. And Zubul being the second to newest being, well, Zubul was the second newest one before Pomni. They especially remember, I wouldn't put past them to be especially remember to know what it feels like to be in Pomni's shoes. They have been the new kid not that long ago. The new kid on the block not that long ago.
Zubul, make personal space.
Again, Zubal's annoyed. They respect their personal space.
Adventures is my art. It's all I exist to do, all I'm good at. And,
Okay, I want to talk about this. No one is truly a villain, okay? Not even Kane, not even Eggman from Sonic. No one is truly a villain. But what Kane did was wrong. It does not make his actions justified. What Kane did was wrong. What he's doing to these characters, it doesn't, and what he's suffering, it does not make his actions justified. It does not make his actions justified. Like, at all. These characters have layers upon layers to them. And, frankly, have layers upon layers of trauma. And frankly, Kane needed to realize that the hard way. Kane needed to realize that the hard way. Kane needed to realize that the hard way. What Kinger did, I believe it was an accident, but at the same time, I think it could be represented as, if you don't know what the others are suffering through, you'll have to learn it the hard way. You'll have to learn it the hard way. So, was an accident, trust me, his finger slipped. If you slow down the episode, his finger did slip. His finger did, in fact, slip. But, at the same time, it could also be represented as the hard way. If you'll have to witness your own trauma. You have to wear with your own trauma. If you won't feel for them, then you'll have to learn it the hard way by living with your own trauma with no one to help you. I would assume that he's in the void with no one to help, so he's just basically there alone. I would like to think he was in the void with no one there. He needs to learn the hard way of how this affected the others. If he wasn't going to learn the easy way, then he was going to have to learn the hard way. He was going to have to learn the hard way. It was only a matter of time before his actions completely backfired on him. And he'll have to learn the hard way about being alone, about the feeling of being alone and no one to help. He had to learn the hard way. I'm sorry, but some people have to learn the hard way. If that includes being in total isolation, for Kane's case, if that comes with being in total isolation with no one to help, then so be it. It was a big cost for a somewhat good reason. He had to learn the hard way of his actions. And he's going to learn the hard way now. Maybe when he comes back, he'll have some common sense, and if he ever comes back, he will have some common sense, and actually, learn that, yes, he needs to stop torturing them. He'll be empathetic. He learned the hard way. Like a life or death experience. Like a wake-up call, if you will. I see it as an accident and half wake-up call. I see his death as like a wake-up call and half accident. Because Kinger did actually accidentally delete Kane. We all know that. But frankly, I also see it as learning the hard way. He had to learn the hard way of how his actions affected others. He had to learn the hard way. Sometimes that's all you can do. You have to let people learn the hard way of what their actions do to others. You have to let people learn the hard way.
What you're saying could imply that I'm bad at the only thing I'm good at, and that... that'd be...
Okay, this is before we even knew the green and blue, before the blue and red eyes were a thing, which, okay, I actually like that. Not gonna lie, I do actually like that detail of being blue and green, of being red and blue. Red and blue. Honestly, I think they should do it more often. Like, it's very colorful, but at the same time, you see, like, a Norris aura coming from him. Like, you see an angry, dangerous, practically life-threatening aura around him when you see those blue and red eyes of his glitching eyes. You practically see it. You practically see that your brain practically alarms you to shut the fuck up and obey him. Your brain, so you do doing so. That's the aura I get from him, and honestly, props to everyone for making him feel like that. The animators, the artists, the creator Gooseworks, the voice actor, Alex Rochon. You guys all did amazing on episode 8. I felt terrified of Kane. I think I have Alex Rochon to thank for that. I literally felt the characters feel. The music. I literally felt the character's fear of Kane. And you could feel that fear for the others and yourself. And it's perfect. It matches up perfectly to feel that fear. And I love it.
Therapy session is this again?
I love it. I love and hate when characters give me that feeling. I both love and hate when shows or characters give me that feeling of helplessness, insanity, and fear.
Oh yeah! We need to get to the bottom of your behavioral issue!
Behavioral issues. Zoom practically saved their lives. Props unintentionally saved their lives. But episode 8, yeah, maybe Zubal's luck maybe that was just luck, because frankly, those talking skills would have, I don't know. Okay, but we need to go back.
What you're saying could imply that I'm bad at the only thing I'm good at, and
I'm sorry, but we just need to. I need to. That would be...
Whose therapy session?
Okay, I want to point this out. You could practically see fear on Zubal's face. Who wouldn't? But that's a big deal, especially at this time where all we know Zubal, as we know Zubal, the time all we've known from Zubal is just they're moody, they're tough, they're anything but obedient. They're anything but obedient. But here, we see like almost an entirely different person. We see Zubal actually showing emotion and showing vulnerability, which at the time was very rare from Zubal. And honestly, it's like we were seeing an entirely different person. You can tell that Zubal does fear Kane, even if they try not to show it. You can tell that they do secretly fear Kane, and I will get into that theory in a little bit. You can tell that they fear Kane. They fear Kane and hit everything he does. They tried to be palm-faced, but in reality, they're just as scared as the other members. Maybe more so. They're just as scared as the other members. Maybe more so. Who knows?
This again?
Oh yeah! We need to get to the bottom of your behavioral issues! I'm gonna show you some ink blots, and you're gonna say the first word that comes to your mind.
Bitch! A manipulator. No. A manipulator. Like, Zubal, now would be a good time to speak your mind here, okay? First thing that comes to your mind, I would say bitch, but at the time. But now, I'm changing my word with every episode, so... anyway. Anyone catch the episode 4 reference? I did an episode 4 reference when Gangle did that mask. That did that lot, but then said, but anyway. Did anyone catch that reference? I hope you did. Please tell me. I hope you did. I hope you did.
Oh God, where are we now?
Okay, now we're back with the main, with the main daughter and father.
Not sure. A cellar of some kind.
stellar of some kind,
Things
really?
have gotten far worse than I could ever have imagined. My paranoia had driven me to the point where I was no longer the protector my
Guys, like, I don't... No, I'm just gonna say nothing. Just explaining this will not do me justice, so I'm not gonna explain anything. Here, I'm not gonna explain anything. Just
wife
listen.
and theoretical children needed, jumping at every shadow, every noise. I ended up shooting the love of my life, mistaking her for the creature. It's ironic, isn't it? In my attempts to protect her, I ended up becoming the monster myself. Now I wait down in my cellar, no longer having anything to protect but my own soul. If nothing else, I will slay the beast that took everything from me.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. First, we can very much see the parallels between Kinger and, well, Theodore Mildenhall. Kinger didn't shoot his wife, but he does believe it's his fault. And you can very much see the pain on his face. And Pomni 100% noticed. She looked like she was about to reach out, but then stopped herself. She looked like she was about to reach out, but then stopped herself. Anxiety, or just because, well, they were in a scary situation? Don't know. That's up to you, but if it's because of her anxiety, or just because they were in a scary situation, I don't know. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I think that's up for you guys to decide. But you can very much see she was about to reach out, but then she stopped herself. I think it's very touching that Pomni is empathetic. She is. We better see a Zubul and Pomni talk in the finale. I'm serious. We better see that. We better see that. We better see two things. One, a Zubul and Pomni talk, and then Zubul most likely comforting Pomni. And then a Gangle and Zubul talk, where the roles are practically switched. It's Gangle comforting Zubul. Like, they did, like she did in episode 7 briefly, at the beginning of episode 8 briefly. I think it would be a good way to start and end the episode, starting with Zubul, and end the episode, starting with Mask of Indifference, and then ending, like halfway through the episode, they had enough and break down, and Gangle comforts them. That would put a big smile on my face. That would bring a big smile on my face.
How's about we take his gun?
Yeah.
That would bring a big smile onto
Sounds good to me.
Onto my face.
Please don't come alive.
Okay, I won't.
We love it. I laughed at that when I first watched it. It was kind of funny. It was kind of fun.
Looks like we've got 2 shots. Let's make them count.
Yeah.
Let's make them count. Bro's completely lucid. Go, Kinger! Go,
Stay
Kinger!
behind me.
Stay behind me. You love this dude. Okay, that would kind of make me uncomfortable, but I am not a wuss. I bet your ass I would be taking that shotgun despite my inexperience with guns. My inexperienced ass with guns. My absolute inexperienced ass with guns. You wouldn't be you'd see me uncomfortable, but you wouldn't you would definitely see me uncomfortable, understandably so. But you wouldn't be caught. You wouldn't catch me dead being fearful.
Kinger? I think we may have a problem this way.
Pomni being afraid of a ghost to literally shooting the others in episode 6. Character development at its finest. Character development at its
Just
finest.
leave it to me.
Kinger, we went from Jax with guns to Kinger. We went from Jax with guns to Kinger with a gun. Now Pomni with a gun. Now Pomni and Gangle. Now it's Pomni with a gun. Man, I think I'm starting to see a pattern here, if I'm being honest. Like, everyone she kind of knows and loves has a gun. I mean, she loves all the staircase members, but especially Kinger and Jax. Yes, I still do believe she has love for Jax, despite everything. But we'll get to that part when we get to at most episode 4, 5, and 6.
I can handle this.
We'll get to that. Again, just for this stream only, we're doing 3 and 4. We're spacing out. We're doing the slow way, but the easier way. Yeah. Damn, bro would be good at COD. Bro would be good at
wasn't so bad.
COD, aka Call of Duty.
Which is what I would be saying if I didn't know that the creature was...
Yeah, I kind of froze. Even I felt that sense of dread when I heard that tape click. Even I heard that dread. Even I felt that dread they feel when I heard that button click.
It's actually one of God's angels.
I kind of froze for a minute there.
And anyone
Understandable
who brings harm to it will be dragged down into the cold, spiraling pits of hell.
Again, I pointed this out in my... Wait, did I point this out in my last live stream? Okay, no, I pointed it out in this live stream. That's right, okay. Again, from the earlier in this live stream, if it's the Has-Been Hotel version of hell, then okay, it's definitely not easy there, but I can make it manageable. I can definitely make it manageable. If it's this version of hell, the TADC version of hell, I might as well be you might as well call me abstracted you might as well call me Queenie the way I'll be abstracting. Call me Queenie the way I'll be abstracting.
Where my soul resides. I apologize, dear listener, but I need a living host in order to escape the Hall of the Damned.
Hall of the Damned, my ass! My ass.
And your bodies will be my own.
Dear listener, Kane, you have lots of explaining to do. You have a lot of explaining to do. Kane has a lot of explaining to do. Like, if I would have won this adventure, and trust me, I would have noticed the parallels of his wife and Kinger. At the same, if I knew his wife, like he told me about, or I was there during his abstraction, which most likely wouldn't be true, then yeah, I would absolutely be pissed. Kane has some major explaining to do. I would definitely be saying Kane has some major explaining to do. Kane has some major explaining to actually do. Kane has some major explaining to do. Even Pomni noticed the parallels. She didn't immediately harden, but you can tell she was empathetic. And maybe a bit protective. If you noticed the parallels, then she would have become more hardened. And that would kind of start her hatred for Kane. That would kind of start her resentment and hatred for Kane that we see in episode 8. That kind of would have started her hatred, and I believe this was the start of her hatred. I believe this was the start of her hatred, her true hatred. Not just about the exit door, but about hurting her friends, about hurting the people she loves. Once I think Pomni is starting to catch on to the absolute fuckery that is the adventures. So of course, it would be logical to assume that this is where Pomni's true hatred of Kane started. This isn't about the exit door anymore. It's not just about Kane letting her leave anymore. This is about her protecting her friends because they were psychologically tortured, manipulated, etc. because of these adventures. They were there for her, and now it's her turn to be there for them. It's her turn to be there for them.
The means of doing so.
Now wait, how did he record this if he was in hell?
Kinger would be good with me. Kinger and I share the same sentiment. Kinger and I shared the same sentiment. I severely questioned the logical thing of how did he record this if he was in hell when I first watched this damn episode. I severely did.
I hope you're ready, because the next breath you take down there will be your last, and your bodies will belong to me.
The next breath you take down there will be your last. Will be your last. Keep those words in your mind, but trust me, they will be relevant. I mean, we all know what happened, but trust me, they will be relevant. They will be relevant.
I hate this stupid adventure!
Pun, you hated every adventure You hate almost every adventure, minus episode 6 and minus the episodes 4, 5, and 6. You hated every adventure that they all went on. Minus the three episodes I just mentioned, of course. Except, you can tell she was comfortable with the episode 4 adventure. She was definitely more comfortable with the episode 5 adventures because, well, she wanted to get to know her friends better. And frankly, I kind of love Jax Zoobles and more, and Jax's again. The president and the jungle and the bar. Zoobles because it's chill, and I like chill things. And, the hunt because, well, I would be of course joining him. I would be of course joining him, of course. I would be joining him, of course, just for fun. And the present because I like roleplay / RPs, or I come more, and I think I would genuinely find that enjoyable. And I think I would genuinely find that adventure enjoyable. I have good improv skills, and I do RPs. I act in my room, believe it or not. Thanks to my ADHD having ass brain. So I would think I would genuinely enjoy the president one. I would genuinely enjoy that. Okay. The irony, the contract, the fucking irony ain't lost on anyone here. Oh, shit. Sorry about that, guys. My mom called, so I had to pause this live stream. Again, she likes to check on me. She called me because she's not in the house right now. But she's on her way home right now. So, yeah. We're not even, like, halfway.
Sorry again about your husband killing you and everything.
Oh, you know how.
Oh, that's right. There's no audio.
Always having the silliest priority.
If they call you sorry, like I was a Ragatha. My husband killed me, and all I get is a sorry. What about a memorial? All I get is a sorry. Jesus, have some respect.
Don't I know it?
Okay, this was kind of actually funny, but still kind of fucked up. But in the most brilliant way.
If your friends see him, I only hope he doesn't bore them to death with his endless monologue.
I love lore, and I especially love a long story that could take only like 50 seconds and turn it into a deep lore story. I love those types of stories, believe it or not. They don't bore me. I find them quite interesting, actually.
That man could turn a 57-second story into a Greek tragedy.
I love that. Again, I love those type of storytellers. I love those
I'll be sure to
type of
ask them next time I see him. Thanks.
I think you could tell, but I do kind of have a sentiment of one. Like I can tell like a 50-second explanation into like a whole kid story if I actually
And
wanted
for the tea. I had a really nice time here.
If I really wanted to.
Don't mention it. Feel free to visit anytime.
Definitely.
Oh, Gangle, so cute. Jack's getting hit with karma. We love it, don't we? Karma is a beautiful thing, ain't it? Karma is a beautiful thing, ain't it? It's a beautiful thing that can come in good and a bad way. You do good things, you get good karma. You do bad things, you get bad karma. Simple as fuck logic, but it has quite an impact.
Congratulations!
Simple but impactful.
My
Simple
little
but
ironclad
impactful.
waffle cones.
Am I just acting dumb here, or what the fuck is a pacifist or pessimist? Am I the only one who doesn't know what a pacifist is? Am I the only one? Are there multiple people? Am I the only one who doesn't know what pacifist is, or am I just being stupid, or am I just being dumb and stupid, or am I just
People
being
you are.
stupid?
Unfortunately, we still need to wait until your other teammates finish
after
their
5
adventure
minutes.
before I can grant you permission to leave.
I wonder how long that'll be. Clean those clothes.
15 minutes, Gangle. 15 minutes. There's no cuts. There are no cuts in this episode. So
I got my glow
probably
back with a
15
body
minutes.
wash. Olay Super
There's
Serum
no
has 5+
cuts.
powerful ingredients that shower my
You see the whole thing. You see the full length.
I wonder how long that'll be.
15 minutes. So, yeah. Okay, so we have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Like, at most, probably at most, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not really
Probably
typical
like
of what you'd
15
think
minutes.
hell would be.
Probably
Are
15 to
literally
15
in
minutes.
hell right now. In hell!
I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
Of course I'd be in hell. How could I not be in literal hell right now?
I mean, you're kind of already in hell when you're being in the circus. And you were especially in hell when you took the scary door. And now, like I said earlier, I would mention the triple hell. And here's the triple hell of the episode. You got through Hell 1, which is the circus. You've now been through Hell 2, which is, the Mildenhall Scary Door. And you've now entered the triple hell, the Hell 3, which is literally rock bottom.
Just try to stay calm. I'm sure Kane included a way to escape.
What?
Hold on. Let me try something.
That's uncomfortable, but very useful, actually. I'm not willing to deny, it's definitely uncomfortable. It made me uncomfortable when I first watched this episode. But now, I'm uncomfortable and I think it's useful. So hey, I still get the uncomfortable feeling, but now I actually get this sense of usefulness. I realized how useful this ability could actually be. How useful Kinger's quirks can actually be. Kinger's quirks can actually be.
Hey, there's actually a staircase down there. It could be a way out. Maybe it'll work for us since we still have our bodies? Though I'm worried about what that tape said earlier.
I mean, Pomni's eyes got bigger. Is that just me, or am I starting to see the size of Pomni's eyes that we actually
Gonna
see
try
now?
going fast.
Wait, Pomni!
Especially episode 7. We can definitely notice the size in characters' eyes increasing. A. Lamau actually pointed that out. In a short his.
Pomni!
Possess Pomni. Are we sure the prototype ain't Pomni's brother? Come on. This would imply that. I'm just gonna... fuck, I'm leaving it in. Okay. Should I? Okay, fuck, I'm leaving it in. I'm leaving this in. Okay. Is the prototype Pomni's brother? The parallels between them isn't just about being gestures. It's about this whole scene as a whole. It's about this scene as a whole. Like, seriously. It's about this scene as a fucking whole. The possessed Pomni scene as a whole. Yeah, so... I'm not gonna say anything, but this would imply that. This whole scene would imply that. I'm not gonna say my theories, because who am I to do that? But, especially about this type of stuff, but this would imply that. But this whole scene would imply that. Again, another nod to the prototype. Freedom. I mean, both of these characters crave freedom like it's full-time drugs. These characters crave freedom like it's drugs, or even alcohol. Who knows? Like it's drugs. So, haha, yay. These characters crave freedom like it's alcohol. Like it's an alcohol addiction. So, yeah.
Hey! You get out!
She okay?
Damn evil souls!
How's your wife, Kinger?
That was uncalled for. Like you can have, but don't bring his wife into this. Like, you can torture me all you want. You can torture anyone all you want, but don't bring his wife into this. Don't bring his wife into this.
Hey! You alright there?
It's already been like an hour, and we're not even through the first fucking episode. God. Out of this two episode per stream thing we have going on.
I'm guessing the souls are attracted to living things. Just want a vessel to be able to leave with.
We started at 7 o'clock. And now, in America, it's I started in America at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. And now it's 8:33 p.m.
There's
A
science
whole
for
fucking
this, huh?
hour, and we're not even through. We're not even through the first episode. We might have to speedrun episode 4 a little bit.
Every day I spend here is one nightmare after the next. I knew it would end up like this. He just wants me to suffer. I really am in.
Yeah, you kind of are. You kind of are in hell, but you know, you kind of are, well, in hell, but seriously? Okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm doing a role play in my mind again. My ADHD. Okay. Back to focus. My ADHD. Okay. Focus. focus, okay? Focus, Tatum. Like I was saying, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. Like I was saying, though, yeah, she is in hell, like, literally. She's in hell. You can understand the obvious. Congrats, Pomni. Congrats.
Don't say that. You're not in. I guess we are.
Yeah,
technically.
Kinger, I'm sharing the same
Forget
sentiment.
about that.
Yeah, as much as I would love to say that, that ain't comforting. Not even a little bit. That's not comforting. Not even a little bit. So, yay. So yeah, Kinger knows when to keep certain thoughts to himself. Good on Kinger.
How about we just relax for a bit while nothing's chasing us?
Pomni, girl. Pomni.
It was
episode 9, man. Episode 9, man. Jeez. Just Jesus. Just this scene is beautiful. All of the scene is beyond beautiful. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Like I said, Kinger is the dad I wish I had. Kinger is the dad I wish I had. Just chill and a good person. Kinger is the dad I wish I had, and this scene further proves that. I would pay to have a dad like Kinger. I would pay someone to have a dad like Kinger.
My fault we went down this path.
It's because of Kinger I have even a sense of a father relationship in the first place. It's because of Kinger I even have a sense of a father figure, even if it's only a fictional father figure. But either way, he's the reason I even have a sense of a father figure in the first place. And this scene only further proves that.
Wasn't it? I'm really sorry for that.
I'm really sorry for that. Kinger, it wasn't your fault, Kinger. It really wasn't. You're okay.
Why have you been acting so different lately?
I have, haven't I? I'm normally not too good with memories. Being surrounded by darkness always brings me back to a certain time. Right after my wife had been abstracted. I don't recall the exact string of events, but we both ended up in the fort together. And it was dark. The darkness seemed to calm her down a bit. The harsh, jagged edges smoothed out, and she didn't seem aggravated anymore. She wasn't the same as before, but she was calm enough to touch one last time before she got sent to the cellar. I'm always taken back to that moment when engulfed in darkness.
You had a wife? Like, here in the circus?
Yeah. She was funny, creative, really.
Okay, a little analysis why I said Emma. Emma, I'm not going to get into the exact details because that's personal information, but my friend, Emma, from elementary school, we weren't really close, but we had a sibling type relationship. Emma would annoy me, and I would retort back. We always had that, like, friendly little sister, the big sibling going on. Always going on, but I wasn't able to say goodbye. If I could have one last moment with Emma, like Kinger did with Queenie, that would make my life complete. If I was able to have one last moment, even if it was only for like 5 seconds, I would kill for that. I would kill to have a moment with Emma. Emma was a friend I had in elementary school. I'm not gonna tell the exact the exact events of how she died because that's personal information. That's personal information. But she died. And I would kill to have a final memory, a final moment with her. I would kill to have a final moment with her. I would kill to have a final moment with her. The same way Kinger did with Queenie. I would kill to have a final moment with her. To say my goodbyes and say sorry for everything. For everything. And say sorry for everything. For everything. For everything. Rest in peace, Emma. You died young. Rest in peace, Emma. Rest in peace. Gone but never forgotten. Gone but never forgotten. Rest in peace, Emma. Gone but never
Entomology.
forgotten.
I used to hate bugs, but she somehow got me to like them. It's not the most cheerful memory, but it's one I at least have control over. I know how I can feel in this circus. Sometimes it all just feels pointless.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But not.
Not if you have people who care about you. Good memories can do a lot.
Memories can do a lot.
Hold on to them.
Hold on to them.
And cherish the people around you.
And cherish the people around you.
You never know when they'll be gone.
You'll never know when they'll be gone.
In this world, the worst thing you can do is make someone think they're not wanted or loved.
I'm glad you're here with me.
Tired of sifting through jobs that don't feel like the right fit? Introducing Indeed Career Scout. Find the job that's right for you.
Slow life girl or glow life girl? It's time to choose a side.
This speaks to everyone, not only in the circus, but as society, in the world as a whole.
You know, I've been thinking about that last tape. He said, the next breath you take down there will be your last. Maybe we can get through if we don't breathe.
I'm not very good at...
Good on him. Finger using his brain. Good on
holding
him.
my breath.
Well, how about we try not thinking about it?
Not thinking about it. How about we try not thinking about it? As much as I want to put my tough mask and facade on here, I just can't. Because sometimes toughening up isn't the answer. Toughening up isn't the answer. It's about not thinking about it, letting go. And not worrying about what other people think. That's what real toughness and strength is. It's about willing to do stuff even though you're scared and not knowing what's going to happen, but you do it anyway. That's real bravery, strength, and toughness. It's about doing stuff you're scared to do even though you're not going to know what happens. You're not going to know what happens. You're not going to know what happens.
If we leave and we go back to the circus, you're just gonna go back to being crazy. You're not gonna remember any of this, are you?
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about me.
As long as you remember it, things will be okay. You're very strong, Pomni.
Very strong.
And I know you'll be able to get through this. Just hold on to me. We'll get through it together. You ready?
You ready? We're very strong. We're very strong. And I know. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, Pomni! Kinger! Are you guys okay?
Oh, and by the way,
what happened up here?
Just know that.
Don't worry about that.
Harley was very
Don't worry
brave.
about that, yeah.
At least I think.
Ragatha dodging the question, as usual. Nothing new here, folks.
Were you?
Something like that.
Were you?
Hey, Ragatha.
Something like that.
Yeah?
I just want to say thanks for always being concerned about me. I feel like through everything, I haven't really been appreciative enough about that.
Oh, thank you.
You could see the actual hint of genuine
I just
gratitude on her face.
want to make sure you're doing all right. We care about you.
Did you remember?
A certain someone pretends not to care. But a certain someone pretends not to care, even though he clearly does.
To get my comedy
he clearly
mask?
does.
And now
Damn, I relate to that F word on
I'm just
so many levels.
starting to wonder if the Wild West was even a real.
It turned into Kane's therapy session. Of course it did. Bro wanted to talk about his problems right here and now. I think now would be a good time to talk about his life existence, but yeah, he wasn't going to do that.
Whoopsie daisy, looks like everybody completed the adventure and they're coming home.
On what watch? Like you're just looking at your glove. You're the end of your glove.
Quick,
you're looking
pretend
at
we were
watch,
having a
my
therapy
dude.
session.
I think that was because he genuinely felt embarrassed by it. But that's just me. Okay.
Back my meowing milkmaids.
Don't ever call us that again.
Okay. A little quick moment. I think there was a moment, like a dub, where I can't remember which dub, but the original, Kane calls the group Skibbity Sigmas. I'm not even joking. Now, Alex and Michael, Alex Rochon and Michael Kovac, the voice of Kane and Jax, did the same thing. Did a dub of that in English. I might tell you after the second episode. I might show you that. It's kind of funny.
So what was it like being stuck with the nutcase?
The nutcase, my ass.
Wasn't that bad,
My ass.
actually.
It really wasn't. He was kind of annoyed that he didn't get a reaction. His usual defense mechanism was actually crumbling here. You could see the genuine annoyance and kind of hurt on his face. Yay, one episode down. It took like 2 hours. Like 2 fucking hours. Jesus. Okay. Second episode time. It took like 2 hours. Jesus Christ. It took like 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Okay. Almost 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, episode 4. Here we go. I think it genuinely helps that this episode is like 2 minutes. It's like 2 minutes. So, I mean, we might be able to get done sooner.
So, you just wind your arm backwards and...
Big circle, release right at the bottom.
Alright.
Release right at the bottom.
Gangle content. This is a Gangle themed episode, so of course there's going to be a lot of heavy moments. There's going to be lots of heavy moments in this for me.
Through. You got that?
Like I said, there's going to be
You're
a lot of
wasting your
heavy
time,
themes.
Raggy.
Got blamed for it as well, which is unfortunately something a lot of kids and people go through in the real world. It's unfortunate, but it's true. It's unfortunate and unfair, but it's true. So he was most likely blamed for stuff as a kid. If he was most likely blamed for stuff that he was most likely he actually didn't mean to do it, which I genuinely do believe him. I genuinely do believe him. So, yeah, that's just a thing to keep in mind.
I actually didn't mean to do that.
Are you alright,
And
Gangle?
like I said, I don't need to explain myself.
Why do you always gotta do this?
What?
We get some character development between Zooble, Jax, and especially Gangle in this episode. So
I just said it was an accident.
Unbelievable. You are unbelievable.
Hey, Gangle, I think I found
Zooble, and to make to make things good, on a good note, a positive talk. But listen, we're not having this reaction without somewhat positive and wholesome vibes, okay? This is a wholesome place, after all. Listen, Zooble's showing actual empathy in this episode, and from this forward, despite their grouchiness, they secretly have a heart of gold. Listen, just like me, I may be dark-humored, blunt, really fucking blunt, and semi-rude, but underneath it all, I do have a heart of gold. I do have a good heart. But underneath it all, I really do have a good heart. And I'm willing to help people whenever
you might like.
Oh, right, of course. What was I thinking?
I don't know if it'll work, but it looks about the same shape as yours. The best part is it's plastic.
So
okay, this is going to be my fellow mask criticizing here. Why is it in episode 9, like I said in the trailer, from rewatching for the trailer, and I hate that mask, okay? It does no good for Gangle. I don't know if it could be the equivalent of, well, drugs, but I could be very well interpreted as that. Medicine or maybe even drugs, but you can interpret it as that if you want, but it doesn't have to be that way. It could just be a simple mask, if you like to interpret it that. Or if you like to go deeper and interpret it as drugs or, well, medicine. Which, it can be interpreted as many different things. Which, I'm not going to get into the drugs theme, like without YouTube getting my ass kicked. So, we're going to keep drugs out of our mouth for now. But anyway, out of my mouth for now. Anyway, yeah, so this episode is very, very filled with stuff. Like, very disturbing stuff. Like, Gangle getting hit by a truck. Trust me, we'll get to it. Trust me, we'll get to it. We will get to it. Oh, trust me, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But you know, it doesn't have to be interpreted as, I'm not saying it out loud, but yourself. I'm doing my own censor because YouTube purposes, so yourself, know what I mean? But herself, but it doesn't have to be interpreted as that. It can just be interpreted as an accident. She accidentally fell into a road and almost got hit by a truck. But at the same time, if you want to go darker, it can be interpreted as herself, if you know what I mean. So yes, it can be. This episode can be interpreted as many different things. We're going with the safest option, which is the mask is, well, just a mask, not drugs, not meth, and not any of that. And the truck not being interpreted as but herself, but herself, but being interpreted as an accident. She accidentally fell into the road. We are going with the safest option because YouTube purposes.
So it won't break as easily. Try it on.
Gangle. I know Zuba was only trying to help, and they had a good heart. But I think they just made Gangle's mental state worse. But I know they were trying to help, and like they said, the new mask didn't work. So what? They'll find something that works out eventually. So they did have, their heart was in the right place when they gave Gangle the mask. I know that. Their heart was in a good place when they gave Gangle the mask.
How's it feel?
It feels
We see through Gangle's perspective.
normal.
I hate that word. I said during my first part of the reaction, I'll say it again. I hate that word. Normal is poison.
In a good
With neurodivergence. People with neurodivergency. I'm pretty sure all neurodivergents hate the word because it's for entirely different reasons. But I hate it because
that's good, right?
Okay.
What the heck is this? You're just giving away parts now?
So what if I am? I'm not giving any to you.
Darn, I guess you're never getting that unicorn horn, Pomni.
When did I ever say anything about that?
Well, it's possible.
I think you'd look
Her
good with one.
iconic catchphrase. Jax better say "You go, girl" in the finale, unless I will not be happy. Jax better say his catchphrase "You go, girl" to someone. I don't even care if it's Zubul. Mockingly, he better say it. I don't care what context. He better say it, because I will not be happy.
Well, it's possible.
Did somebody say adventure?
Literally, no one said that, Kane. Literally, no one.
Good then, better now. 6 health essentials in every bowl.
Hey, my treat today. I don't think they'll take that here. Of course they can't discover.
This adventure is scary.
Can we, chill with the horror, please? I really don't want this to be like last time.
What happened last time? Is that the one made for me?
There was this awful horror.
Why did you think I would like that?
Well, if you're all going to be such critics, why don't you suggest a better one?
We do! Have you not checked the suggestion box once?
We're skipping the end of the fillers. We're skipping the fillers. It's been 2 hours. I cannot sit for another, an hour. I cannot sit for another
How
hour.
about an adventure where Zubul gets turned into a piñata and we all take turns beating them up?
We're going straight to the fast food joint. There we go. We're going straight to the fast food joint. We're skipping. We're skipping the filler. We're skipping the filler.
And with that out of the way, let's get to work, guys.
Oh no! It looks like I've taken Ragatha and dropped her in the deep fryer.
Oh, no. We can't have anything like that going on around here.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
I'm calling upper management.
Hello?
Hey, Kane, we're having a bit of an issue with the employees, and I was wondering if you could maybe have a punishment waiting for them at the end of the day if they do a terrible job.
Wait, what?
Motive!
Ooh, yeah. I remember that the principal said that. That gives me PTSD 5th grade trauma. Let's just say these kids were rowdy. I'm not gonna name names, but these kids were rowdy. It's because we had substitutes left and right. So we had substitutes left and right. So yeah, we had substitutes left and right. So yeah, we never really had an official teacher per se during all my 5th grade year. But let's be real. The principal probably hated her job. Hated their job. The principal hated their job. The principal hated their job. When I was in 5th grade. Hated their job when I was in 5th grade. I'm not going to name the principal since it's personal information, but the principal hated their job. I could just tell on their face. They had to come in there 5 times, 5 times for 1 year. It was insanity. It was insanity.
Bishop! That's what my adventures have been missing! Great idea, Gangle! I'll be sure to make something truly awful awaiting your rotten employees!
Why would you do this?
It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons. Anyway, Jax,
I'm addicted.
Here we go.
Okay, one
We're
stupid
skipping the
burger.
Heard you loud and
We don't
clear.
have time. I don't have time for that. We're skipping to the important parts, which is Stupid Sauce, Gangle's mental breakdown, Zubal's empathy, etc. Things like that. Zubal's empathy, etc. Breakdown.
So you're just like...
Skipping the filler.
Hello, Sheila. I'll have a sausage, bacon, jaffle combo. And the mate here just wants 6 hash browns split between us.
Yeah, okay. Hi.
Girl's so falling.
You,
is so falling from.
You right, miss?
She's a hopeless romantic.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll call your order when your name's ready.
She is definitely not fine. She is most definitely not fine.
Yeah.
I should have said foreshadowing when
wait, I forgot to ask for a kid's meal toy.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You're not a kid.
I should have said that.
Oh, yeah. An adult toy,
then.
Don't know about that one, mate.
Filler. Skipping the filler.
I wish someone would flirt with me.
Honey, we need you on the register. Stop weirding the customers out.
But it's gummy goo. Can't the job wait a bit? It's not like this is real.
Next you're gonna say my authority isn't real.
God, Gangle. This is the part we don't skip.
Anyway.
This ain't filler. This is important information. This ain't filler. This is
Put away
important
that
information.
breakfast menu because it's lunchtime.
I think this is genuinely sad. Gangle just gave up her dream of being a manga web comicer. I don't know if comicer is a word. Yep, it's a word. I made it a word. It's a word. I made it a word. And did her fast food joint. She was absolutely miserable in, I bet. But hid it under a forced smile. Had a series of mental health issues, maybe even a mental illness. Again, not getting into that. Not my place to actually get into that, because it's not my place to get into that. And yeah, her life was a total wreck. If I had to assume, like, how she got into the circus, it's like one time when she got off work, she was driving in her car. She was absolutely miserable. So she was crying in her car, of course, because I need that to happen. She was crying in her car. And then she came across an old CNA building when she was driving back home. So, of course, out of her own pure curiosity, or maybe because she was... No, never mind. Just ignore the horrible sentence I was about to say. But anyway, but out of her own curiosity, she decided to go in. And they found the old computer and the old CNA headset. She put on the headset, and there she was in the game. But again, that's...
With carrots and color by...
Just a second.
There we go. This is another important part.
Lumpy, Skithers, leave that poor, pitiful creature alone.
Do all
I forgot about this scene. No, this is actually another important scene. Foreshadowing for Ragatha's backstory with her mom, so we're keeping it in. So I'm keeping it in. So I'm keeping it in.
Of course they do. I love and cherish every glory I give birth to. What kind of mother do you think I am?
This is beautiful.
That's actually
Hey,
kind of sad.
I
And I'm talking about Ragatha's backstory, not the Golden Queen cherishing her children, okay? I'm talking about Ragatha, not the Golden Queen, when I said that's sad.
just want to wish you a pleasant day.
He knew. She accepted, just by letting him go, she accepted the fact that the Gummy she knew is gone. She accepted that fact. But still, just accepting that fact alone is a hard thing to deal with. And letting someone go is never easy. And I think episode 8 just further proves that. And letting someone go is never easy. Especially, episode 8 further proves that.
Oh, Jack! Oh, Jack! Bad!
Another
I
important
like you
part.
better when you're sad.
Another important part. Another important part.
Well, maybe you just need some more...
More what?
More.
Training? You mean conditioning from Poppy Playtime? A Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 reference. Chapter 5
Hi!
reference.
Welcome to Spudsies. In this video, you're gonna learn the ins and outs of what makes you a good crew member and a valuable
Okay, now I would like to think that Gangle just conjured up this. Like, in episode 8, we learned that the characters can actually conjure up things like Kane. But, so I would like to think that Zubul conjured up the mask, the plastic mask, and Gangle conjured up this video. She made it up on the spot. And she made it up on the spot. There are many times where the characters conjured up things. But for this video, for this live stream, we're only getting into the ones in the episode. We're only getting into the ones in this. Oh.
Said to the Spudsies Corporation.
When did you make this?
Now I know what you're
When did you
thinking.
make this? Yeah.
I don't want a career in fast food. I want to be a comic artist and eventually launch.
Again, that's by Gangle.
Inspired
Life
webcomic.
is tragic.
And it's cool to have dreams, but you also need to remember that they're completely unrealistic, and you need to stop
Ignoring the fact that Gangle doesn't have any fingers. Let's get into some deep talk. Ignoring the fact that Gangle doesn't really have any fingers when she pointed at Jax. Let's get into some deep talk. Guys, this is a very deep thing. When it comes to artists, I don't speak from experience. I'm just speaking from what I've heard from other people. So when it comes to art, you have to appeal to the big, large of an audience. Art is very difficult to have long term. So is being a YouTuber, but I am trying. YouTube and art are the main things that are very difficult to have long term. Because you have to appeal to a bigger audience, not just one group. You have to appeal to an audience, not just art, not just a small group. I think Gangle's problem was making it work long term, something a lot of artists deal with and struggle with. So, yeah. It's a very deep thing that a lot of people struggle with. And if you're a YouTuber or an artist, you will understand and you will grow. You know this already. A small YouTuber or even a small artist, you would know that. Continuing.
But before we get into all that, first things first. Are you smiling?
No.
Okay, but joking Tatum, come on, joking Tatum. I wouldn't be comfortable either if I was being brainwashed. If anything, my brain would immediately scream danger. My brain would immediately scream danger. Like Gangle's my brain would immediately scream danger. You know what I'm saying? Would like immediately scream danger, like almost immediately. Business.
Why not?
Nobody can see this, right?
Bro put his guard down for like the first time ever. Okay, but seriously. This is the first time we actually learned there's more to him than just being a jerk. We saw a completely different person. Just as like we did with Super.
Time for your employee reevaluation.
Did you break off your thing?
Yeah, I accidentally dropped it. I was trying to reattach it, but I don't think it will.
I should be able to glue it in there if I got super glue.
Okay.
Because it has a notch. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So that notch, as long as you didn't pull down on the arm, it would stay in there. But you want me to keep the arm?
Yeah, keep the arm so I don't lose it. Yeah.
I can get super glue tomorrow when I go to the dollar store. Because I have plans for this whole...
Sorry guys, that was my mom. Anyway. There we go. I also wouldn't come. I'll be scared though.
Made for messes. Made for clean.
Brought to you by Amanda Hufford. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That was a joke. I'm sorry. Ragatha's voice actor is Amanda Hufford, by the way. Amanda Hufford. That was a joke. That was just me showing my.
I feel like I'm way more responsible than you.
Says the one who's literally drunk and throwing burgers on the counter, literally, because that totally speaks responsibility.
Well, if you underperform now, you might end up hurt later.
I mean, she has a good
Nothing.
point. She does have
I'm
a good
hurt
point.
enough. Packages landing on my head, tea parties, dancing like...
Foreshadowing! We love this thing called foreshadowing, don't we? We love the power of foreshadowing, don't we, guys?
What's wrong with her?
Same, Zooble. Same. Same, Zooble. Same.
Teamwork's much better when we're all giving it 110% instead of, 5.
1% would be too generous. 1% would be too generous. 5% is way too generous. I'm thinking like -1%, but that 5% is way too generous. 5% is way too generous. Me and Zooble would be like the only ones working, the rest doing whatever. I feel like me and Zooble would be like the only ones working. Me, Pomni, and Zooble would be like the only ones working. The rest of the employees doing nothing, basically. Raglan would be drunk. Jax would just be causing chaos, or just sleeping on the cash register for the drive-thru.
No offense,
so yeah.
But you're kind of annoying when you have your happy mask.
I'm sorry, Gangle. Empathy.
Wait, does that mean to say?
Zooble, help Ragatha with assembly. I'm gonna go over here now.
Empathy. Empathy is always a win. Let's be honest. Any kind of character showing any type of empathy is always a win. Even Zooble's version of empathy is always a win. That's a win in my book. That's a worthy friend in my book.
Are you kidding me? Hey, Gangle! I think the clock's...
I relate to Jax on spiritual level. Like, I relate to both these characters. Jax about the clock being broken, and Gangle about masking. Neurodivergence, man, it's hard. Don't let anyone tell you it's not, guys. Having neurodivergence or any type of behavior that could be considered quote unquote weird with quotation marks. It's hard. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. It's hard. Don't let anyone tell you it's not.
Broken.
Is it broken? Or are we the broken ones?
Okay.
How long has this shift really gone on for? 6 hours? 8? 24? A week? A year? Does time even move in here? Will we ever go home? Will we ever achieve our dreams?
Poor Gangle. She was on the verge of insanity.
Oh,
Poor
wait.
girl.
Yeah, that clock's broken.
Yeah, that clock's really broken. Dinner.
Hate you.
Plot points. It allows the rest of the show to happen, so we're keeping it in. It's an important part of my, so that considers an important part of my book, so we're keeping it in. That considers an important part of my book, so we're keeping it in.
Jax, there.
Okay, and now, wait, no.
There's
Okay,
dishes
no.
back here. You got time to leave.
We'll
You
move
got
it
time
with
to
this part.
God.
We'll move into this
I'm
part,
on
and then
it.
we'll skip, depending on the
Later,
filler.
Pomni.
Depending on if it's a filler part or not.
Cats lose their cool for Temptations Dry
next
Cat
part
Food.
is probably not a filler part, but we are skipping parts of it.
One sheet of Bounty versus one sheet of the competitive brand. One sheet of Bounty is...
In a sense.
God.
But
I'm on
probably none of this will be filler. So, very rarely saying I relate to that level. I relate to Gangle in a spiritual level. It's painful. It's painful. I'm watching this and it's painful for me. It's actually really painful to see how much I relate to Gangle. It's painful for me to watch.
You good?
You good?
You good? Yeah. Pomni, that is such a stupid question. Why would you ask that? That is such a stupid question. Why would you ask that?
Usually broken by now.
Poor Gangle. This poor girl. This poor girl. These two are probably the most overlooked traumatic characters in... Well, Pomni is definitely overlooked. Pomni and Jax are definitely overlooked when it comes to traumatic moments. The tragic characters are probably Pomni, Jax, and Gangle. Jax lost Ribbit. Pomni is stuck in a digital prison. Is stuck. Was so bored of her life she would do thrill-seeking and possibly even life-threatening things in her real world. And Gangle lost her will to dream. Lost her will to dream, basically. To put it in Lucifer from Hazbin Hotel terms, lost her will to dream, basically. Her will
the
to
mask
dream.
not making you...
It's also important to... It's an important reminder that it doesn't change Gangle's real emotions in the slightest. It's just that. It's figuratively and literally just that, a mask. Pieces of glass or plastic. It doesn't define her real emotions in the slightest. The comedy and the plastic mask don't define her in the slightest. They're literally and figuratively just that, masks. Stuff that hides her true feelings and emotions.
Happy? Well,
Okay.
we're doing another one
We're
of
not
these.
skipping this. I'm sorry.
Is the mask not...
My ADHD brain trying to skip parts. I will literally fight myself and my
Making you
brain
happy?
to not skip this part. I will literally fight myself and my
Do you have
brain
anybody to talk
to
to?
not fight this part.
Like,
To
in
not skip this
regards
part.
to your issues. I'm sure Ragatha would like to help you out.
Oh, Ragatha. I love her. But
She admits it. She loves her. She does love her. But after a while, it gets hard to tell how genuine she's actually being. You know what's worse than just not liking someone at all? Fake liking someone. Not genuine. That's worse more than any type of broken anything. Fake happiness and fake niceness is probably the most it's probably the most hardest thing. It's probably the most harshest thing someone can do to someone. Like, at this point, why? Like, why? If you don't like someone, why just admit it? Why just not admit it? You're hurting the other person just by not admitting what you like and don't like about them. So, if I was going to give one advice to all my fellow Ragathas out there, Be genuine with your emotions. Be genuine. Be genuine. Be genuine with your words. Please. Be genuine with your emotions, your words, your feelings, everything. Be genuine with your intent. Be genuine with your emotions. Be genuine with your words. Be gentle. Be genuine with your feelings. Please, it will change you and the other person's life for the better.
After a while, it gets kind of hard to tell how genuine she's actually being.
Well, maybe...
Anyway, we can't spend all night out here talking about our feelings. We've got work to do.
And Pomni has to accept the fact if Gangle doesn't want to talk, then she cannot make her talk. Gangle has to choose that on her terms. Pomni knows that. She's realizing that Gangle doesn't want to talk. But Pomni will be there. I think Pomni right here is silently vowing to herself that she will be there when Gangle needs her. She will be there for everyone that needs her most, but not pushing anyone to their limit or forcing them to talk. Because these people, they have to choose to talk on their own terms. You don't get to force that for them. And I'm talking to everyone, not just the circus members, but to everyone. You can't just push someone to talk. They have to talk on their own terms. Otherwise, they'll crack and not in the way you want them to. They will crack and they break and not the way you would want them to. So, you can't force someone's emotions out. You can't just squeeze the emotions out of them. If they're ready to reveal their emotions, then all you can do is just be there. But until then, all you can do is help them in any way you can. All you can do is just help them in any way you can.
Alright, I'm
skipping the filler.
Asking me.
There we go.
I'm closing tonight.
No, I meant I'd drive her home.
Zooble and empathy. One thing man, let me tell you, two things. One, this episode is the reason I started loving Zooble and Gangle as two characters and a ship. Abstrategy is actually my #1 favorite ship. Funny Bunny is my second favorite. And Jester Doll, or Funny Doll, Bunny, I don't know, Jester Doll? Yeah, we're calling it Jester Doll. Jester Doll, aka Pomni X Ragatha, is my third favorite ship. But this episode 3 and 4, is the reason I started loving Zooble as a character. In episode 2, I liked Zooble, but not outright loved them. But now, episode 3 and 4 made me love them. They made me attached to their character. Gooseworks made me attached. To their character. And I want to see what they do in the finale episode. I want to see where they take the digital circus from here. I want to see where Gooseworks takes the digital circus from here. Especially 4 people. Jax, Pomni, Gangle, and Zooble. If they do escape, then I want to know where they take their characters from here. Where they take their characters from there. Because honestly, we deserve to know as well. Us, the fandom, deserves to know as well.
Oh. I think she gets off in an hour.
Okay, I can stick around until then.
Okay, if you actually pay attention, you can see Zooble looked at Gangle concerned. Now, this is actually a really important part, so we need to skim this one as well. Gangle, man. She was seeing the light. And what I mean by light is abstracting. She was seeing the light. And what I mean by that is she was abstracting. circus turns means she was abstracting. Just so we're all so as we're all on the same page.
Hey.
Then Pomni helped her. Okay, now these moments with Gangle, Zooble, and Pomni is the reason I started loving this trio more than Jax, Ragatha, and Pomni. If I was going to place Pomni in any type of friend group / trio, it would be Gangle, Zooble, and Pomni.
I can close for you if you want.
Huh?
If you want to get out of here, you can. You don't have to be stuck here alone. I can handle closing.
We're gonna skip the filler. We're skipping the filler. We're running out of time, so this video has been going on for like 2 hours.
What a weird day.
For like 2 hours, okay?
Just spray, then play. With Spruce. Pet friendly, weed deadly.
I don't know if I can sit around for another like 3. I don't know if I can sit around for 3 hours. Okay. My ADHD brain was not
day.
Okay, now we're skipping this part. But there we go. This is the part I wanted to get to. From this point forward, there will probably be no more skips. Probably I'm skipping most of the rating, but other than that, there will be no more skips. The last part is a very good part. And an important part as well. I will not be repeating what I said when we started the second reaction of episode 4. But I am not repeating what I said.
Alrighty, let's get this performance review out.
Okay, we're skipping the report.
Of power like this, you could offload the blame to one of your employees and avoid the dock on your score.
Nah, Gangle's too pure for that. Gangle is too pure for that.
What do you think?
Gangle
that
is
was my
too pure
responsibility.
For that. Yeah. That was her responsibility.
I just cracked under the pressure, I suppose.
Well, that's not your overall score down to
Okay, better than my school assignments. Better than my graded school assignments. Haha. Okay, I'm kidding.
How's that
Mostly.
sound? Speechless. I can't say I blame you. Not every executive is as forgiving as me.
So.
You have yourself a nice day!
Yay, we got the review. Hey, I would take a B+. Okay?
I am such a good
Bro, Bugs Bunny. Okay, funny enough. Okay, this is going to be a lot of a funny ass joke, but Bunzo Bunny Jax. What? This is kind of like a funny joke, but this has the possibility of kind of being true. What if Jax's full name, if the characters do have full names in the circus, what if his full name is Jax the Bunzo Rabbit? Obviously referencing Bunzo Bunny from Poppy Playtime. How funny would that be? Like, Jax the Bunzo Rabbit. That would actually be really funny.
Hey, what are you all the way out here for?
I messed everything up. The mask didn't work. And now I don't think anybody wants to talk to me anymore.
We still like talking to you, Gangle. Me and Zooble still like talking to you.
I still like talking to you. Look, the new mask was a bust. So what? I'm sure
Guys, I cried during this scene. I literally cried.
Something that works
And
eventually.
I still get emotional over this scene.
I don't deserve a friend like you.
Well, you got one. Well, now, come on over and hang with us. Bring your heart to us. Bring your heart.
I was blessing with your Still, the actual song is called Still Friends. It's amazing. It's beautiful and sad, and we'll probably never get the chance of this ever again. It's a bittersweet feeling, knowing that we'll probably never get to see another moment like this ever again after the series ends. Alright. Now, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. There it is.